An antigen is any foreign substance, usually a protein or polysaccharide, that when introduced into the body triggers an immune response by stimulating the production of antibodies or activating immune cells. Foreignness. The immune system recognizes antigens as non-self and attacks them. Immunogenicity. They can stimulate B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes to produce an immune response. Specificity. And each antigen is unique and binds to a specific antibody or immune receptor. Molecular nature, mostly proteins, but they can also be polysaccharides, lipids, or nucleic acids. Exogenous antigens enter the body from external sources, for example, bacteria, viruses, pollen, toxins. Example, the coronavirus spike protein that triggers an immune response. Exogenous antigens enter the body from external sources, for example, bacteria, viruses, pollen, toxins. Example, the coronavirus spike protein that triggers an immune response. Endogenous antigens are produced inside infected cells, for example, viral proteins and cancer cell markers. An example of this is tuberculosis bacteria growing inside macrophages. Autoantigens are self-antigens that are mistakenly attacked by the immune system, leading to autoimmune diseases. For instance, in type 1 diabetes, the immune system attacks pancreatic cells. Tumor antigens are found on cancer cells and they trigger immune responses. A good example is alpha-fetoprotein, or AFP, in liver cancer. Recognition. Antigen-presenting cells, APCs, like macrophages and dendritic cells, capture and display antigens on their surface. They present the antigen to T helper cells using MHC, major histocompatibility complex, molecules. Activation of immune cells. B cells produce antibodies specific to the antigen. T cells help kill infected cells and coordinate the immune response. Antibody-antigen binding. Antibodies bind to the antigen, neutralizing it or marking it for destruction by immune cells. Memory formation. The immune system remembers the antigen, enabling a faster and stronger response in future encounters. Antigens in vaccination, NCERT concept. Vaccines introduce a harmless form of an antigen to stimulate the immune system. The body produces memory cells, ensuring a rapid response if exposed to the real pathogen later. Example, the BCG vaccine contains weakened Mycobacterium tuberculosis antigens to protect against tuberculosis. NCERT key highlights. Antigens bind to antibodies at specific regions called epitopes. Each antibody is highly specific for its corresponding antigen. The immune system differentiates between self and non-self antigens to prevent autoimmunity. Importance of antigens in immunity. First step in immune defense. Without antigens, no immune response would occur. Basis for vaccines and immunotherapy. Helps in disease diagnosis, for example, HIV antigen test.